Hello everyone. Okay, what I'm selling this time is a combination of DC global motor encoder. First of all, let me tell you, it's another item that I decide to sell, not separate, because in the past I removed motors and I sell the belts on the motor or the linear actuator by itself, and the cost of the shipping is pretty close to if I sell the whole thing. This was removed for automation equipment. It's kind of different parts on top of it, but with little bit of work you can convert this in a nice axis. This run very fast. Right away I think about to use it as a x-axis in a CO2 laser engraver for the fastest is run. So the encoder is an HP QEDL 5992. It's this popular encoder, optical encoder. I don't want to lie, but I believe it's 1,000 lines of resolution inside, but I not guarantee that. The linear actuator is moving by rollers, bearing rollers, two on this side and one in the center of the other side. Is absolutely no play at all in this. The disc on the bottom, this is what I make this item run very fast. The disc is about 7.5 inches in diameter, and the little one you see right here in the motor is a tiny pulley. The belt is in really good condition, the rollers and everything. The motor is 30 volts DC, but I tested just with 20 volts, and using the variable speed DC power supply, if you see on the side, and I want to try to show you the good about this piece of equipment. Okay, this got a rollers, one on the top, one on the bottom. I hope you're able to see the rollers to move. The rollers with bearings to move into a and B. Let me turn it by hand and you can see. And the design about this piece is, you see this arm right here. This arm is making move the part and because it's very large pulley, 7.5 inches, and this is very small. It's extremely fast. I not apply 30 volts, I just going to apply 20 volts and show you exactly what happens with this. I hope you're able to hook that up fast. for you to show you. So I want to turn it on, but I want to drop, it's a variable per power supply. It's 20 volts, 250 milliamps. So let me show you. That's about this is about 7 volts. Let's increase to 12. So I'm going to increase to 20. My God, it's just a little bit, it's extremely fast. Let me turn it off, and because this the negative removed from my power supply. Is a very fast device. Right away I thinking about what I said, to use this guy as an X axis for the CO2 engraving machine for the speed to produce. So let's go back. I want to try, I hope, to go up to 20. It's a beautiful piece. Once again, what I told you, I decide not to separate and sell because I want to help with the shipping. I'm a very honest person, and I know it's hard to sell something and you guys have to pay shipping. Some guys succeed a lot, the try to take advantage of the shipping, because they sell the price on eBay for very cheap and a lot of shipping, because the shipping don't count in the fees. But I'm not that way. I always just increase $2-3 from the basic price of the shipping, but just because I have to packaging and handling, and I have to drive 3 miles to the postal office, and it's a gas and it's a time and everything, so I think it's fair. The motor is a global motor with 30 volts, and actually I don't put 30 volts, it's 20. See, if we put 30 volts, this thing go crazy. So let me turn it off again. These have different things that you need for this equipment to make a labor for this. In order to, you have to think about the way you can, if you want to use for the CO2 laser, you have to figure out the way to probably machine the part. You can take apart, take a pictures and see what all those parts going back in again, and probably you have to machine parts, or probably use the existing parts and figure out how to mount your focusing lens. That's one idea. Another idea is a very fast linear actuator to going back and forth for so many applications. In order to send to USPS medium flat rate box, because it's barely fit in the medium flat rate box. In the large flat rate box, this will be more secure. So I'm going to, in order to protect your items, I have to send it in a large flat rate box. That large flat rate box is I believe it's $15, so will be 17 for shipping, and I want to sell the whole thing for $59.99, which included, you know, the rollers, the axis, the big pulley, the large belt, I mean the full assembly. Once again, if I've been selling separate parts, but just the motor. If I just remove the motor, I have to charge like $7 for shipping. And if I remove the motor and try to use just with the pulley, you don't going to have the frame, and I probably need to charge $12 for to send that. And if I want to sell the linear actuator separate, I can, because it's solder everything. It's one full piece, so it's just nice because it's not use screws at all. And I just try to be fair and honest, and I say, well, I want to try to sell it at one piece for somebody to have some extra time and start to design your axis, your very fast speed axis for the application you need. Let me tell you, I mean, if you use this one for a CO2 laser engraver, this is gonna be the x-axis, so the y-axis move. You can use the y-axis very small. The y-axis move very slow, because if you engrave numbers or logos or whatever, the y-axis is the one to move slow. The important in the CO2 is the x-axis move fast to, you know, to produce a good finished work. And if you hook up the encoder, you're able to have the position. If you lost position, you go back to the right position. This is for the people to know about encoders, and it's very nice. You see the motor has a spring. Let me show you. The spring forces the motor to keep all the tension of the big belt, and the overall length of the whole thing is about 11 inches. I told you the big pulley is 7.5 inches in diameter, and the tall of this up to the motor is 4 inches, and to the body is about 3. The width is about 5 inches, and you have screws here, I mean threaded holes in all parts, because the motor is a little bit over the top, so you have to probably use extensions to clear the motor and turn it all over when if you're thinking about the CO2. If you're thinking about to use as a milling machine, and then you can probably have to machine this part and create a nice base. The trouble is about let me tell you what is exactly the trouble. Well, not exactly. Average trouble is about 7 inches of trouble, which is nice. And if the X and the Y-axis move, you have chance to increase your Y-axis before touching the metal about 4.5 inches. You can build a table on top of this, and I think would be nice. Okay, let me tell you, in order to remove the belt what you need to do is unscrew gentle. Well, I want to turn it off because I already demonstrated the speed of this. Okay, the power is not included, but it's just for testing. You see those screws right here. If you lose them, you have a room with your fingers. You have to force the spring to get into, and then you remove the belt. Actually, if you don't want to use as an axis, you probably could build a rotary table in this position perhaps, or you know, unfortunately if I try to make this ready to run, is gonna take me probably a couple days to make either the table or convert this in the rotary table, and then it's gonna be too much the price, because the labor is the main on this equipment. So let me show you again all around. The global motor is global motor part 403430. I'm sorry, part number is 43A464 30 volt DC. Remember, I just applied 20, and you see the fast this going. We applied 30 volt. This thing's gonna be crazy. Due to the way they make them. See, let me show you the arm. You see the arm right there, right here. This is the arm to make this thing going back and forth. So, I mean, this building bearings, everything is set up on top. What I said, I move them, and what you see, I don't move. It's very accurate. If you want to release this, let me show you. You have to push this plastic button here, and see, I release the tension. So just send it back in place, pushing until you find a click. See the bearings in the arm, and as this is aluminum, looks to be anodized, especially this one, but I can't guarantee that. So you see this hollow hole in here is where you may be able to design your rotary table if you want, but if not, I mean, if I remove the motor, I'm probably able to fit in a medium flat rate box for $12. But I think you agree with me to put this item in a large flat rate box and protect around, and package it well to don't get anything damaged. So that's what I have to move for the $15 large flat rate box and $2 for shipping and handling. So look, everything is one piece. Looks to be no screws at all around the frame, which is making very accurate, because you never going, for the speed, you're never going to have a problem the screws loose or something, So see right here the bearings. I hope you can see them. I want to take anyway some pictures. Look, the bearings in this corner, and it's nice. So I hope somebody could take advantage of this item, be able to build something nice you know, every mind have a different idea, so you're able to, whatever you don't want it, you're able to machine and figure it out. You know what I said, those all holes are threaded, so you can put extension, because if you try to sit in this way, the motor is the one to touch the table, so you have to make this up and build a table, or put it right to your y-axis. So $59.99, $17 shipping and handling. And if I don't sell it, I probably take apart and sell the pieces separate, because I know the shipping is my concern always. You know, I don't want to take advantage of that. You know, what is the shipping is the shipping, you know, the cost, and depend on the state. But then the large flat rate box is gonna be nice. So there you are. Let me show you the encoder is a QEDL 5992 HP. It's very popular. It's so many, and people to know about those encoders, you know, is ready to hook to your motion controller and command this item, and using the motion controller DC for servos and for the encoder. So thank you for watching. I will take some pictures, and it's gonna be on sale pretty soon. Thank you and have a good day.